All right, everybody, in response to the great video that we had last week about tracking, we're going to build on that with Lance right now. Lance, tell everybody why first it's important to track click-to-calls and chats and what they should be doing to do it.
I'll make it simple. What happens if chats make up 15% of your conversions and you don't even know? You want to see that in one dashboard easily in Google Analytics. You want to sit there and look at how many people called you on your click-to-call button and make sure you can verify that information too and see what turned into sales for you, see the increase in your ROI and measure that metric. So to show you how to do it, my good friend Anthony Kane right now is going to show you. Take it away, Anthony.
Thanks, Lance. Thanks, Bernie. So today I'm going to be showing you how to set up click-to-call and live chats in your analytics to set them up as conversions so that you can see where they're coming from, how people are getting to your site that are now calling you and filling out a live chat. So it's going to vary site to site, but here are some pretty standard implementation best practices that you can follow to track these things. And so for click-to-call, you're typically going to want to use Google Tag Manager. Google Tag Manager is a free tool offered by Google that helps you kind of keep track of different tags and scripts and events that you want to track on your website. So when you log into Tag Manager, you're going to set up a click-to-call event that's going to be pushed to analytics. So this is what your tag might look like. Again, it can vary a little bit if you want based on preference, but this tag will work for standard click-to-call. So category and action can be changed to, again, whatever you want, but this is just so you know what it is when you're going to see the data in analytics. You need to kind of name it something that references click-to-call. And from there, the trigger you're going to notice is referencing when the click element contains TEL:. Now, you'll sometimes realize, or you'll recognize that I'm not doing when it equals, a phone number. And the reason for that is because sometimes you might be using a dynamic call tracking script, or maybe the phone number changes every time, or maybe you have multiple phone numbers on your website. This kind of gives you that blanket trigger. So anytime someone taps on a phone number on your website, the click element will equal TEL:, or will contain it rather, and that will then trigger this tag to push to Google Analytics. So once you've got that set up, you'll be able to kind of go into your events section within your Google Analytics account, and you'll be able to kind of hone in on click-to-call specifically. So for this example, I just pulled the last couple of days, and you can see where they're coming from, how many unique events there were compared to how many actual click-to-calls there were that took place. Now, keep in mind, this is not a replacement necessarily for call tracking. There are a lot of people that are just going to type the number in directly, or maybe they're on their computer and they type the number in directly. So it's not going to be all encompassing, but you'll at least be able to start to break down who's on their phone and who's clicking to call right then and there. Now, live chats work a little bit differently. And typically, when you're working with a live chat software or tool, they integrate natively with Google Analytics. Most of them do. And so that's where you'll want to kind of start with, figuring out, okay, is there an integration with my live chat and with Google Analytics? Because if there is, it's usually a quick step that you can set that integration up to kind of push that event data into Google Analytics. Now, there is that extra step that you'll need to take because they'll be flowing in under behavior events. So if you go to behavior, you go to events, you'll start to see your live chat data start to populate there. From there, to turn one of those into a goal, you just need to take that category and action field that we talked about, drop them into a goal, call it whatever you want. Make sure that the category and action are equal to whatever your live chat software sets them to, and then save your goal. And from there, anytime that event for that live chat starts, you'll be able to track that as a goal. Usually what people do is chat started. That's the typical goal. It might not be a great lead. It might not turn into a sale, but you at least want to start to track who's starting those chats on your website. So again, what I typically do is, just Google your chat company and then do plus Google Analytics integration, and there will typically be some literature there. But it's going to be that two-step, right? Because they're just going to push events to Google Analytics. You're going to need to then convert that into a goal by pulling in the category in action and saving it. So that is how you would set up kind of a basic level of click-to-call and for your live chat software. As always, any questions, feel free to reach out to Lance, to Bernie, to myself. We're happy to help with anything that we can. Thanks, everybody.
Welcome back. I hope you learned why tracking your click-to-call is so important and your chats. This is going to help you measure your ROI on your digital marketing every single month. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day.